Alright, obviously you need to hold this up so that the plate doesn't fall off. And then just stuff it up in here. You have to move the wires and stuff out of the way. Little plate keeps coming off. There we go. Yep, I'll have to deal with that plate up in here, I guess. Plates, all kinds of fun here. Boy, this is being really difficult here. I'm gonna have to back this off, put the plate on this back. There's not a lot of room in here to play. There we go. Fell off again. There we go, got it. Now get it in the holes. Boy, this thing is being a booger. I think what it is the plate's getting caught up under the oil pan over there. And it doesn't want to go in because of that. And it looks like I've bent it, so I'm going to have to bring it back down. There we go. Yep, you can see I've bent it right there. And that's what you don't want, because then it'll rub on the bolts, so you got to bend it back. Alright, I got it in. Just really got to play with that plate a little bit there. And what I ended up doing, put the plate in there, held onto it with my fingers over here, up through this direction. And then, as I was putting it in, I pushed down on the top and wiggled it around, and then brought this little post that goes in over up in here, up under these wires. Let me grab the old one and I'll show you. Alright, this is the post I was talking about right here. I took this top and I put it in first, kind of like tilting it like this in the hole, and then wiggled it sideways and brought it down while I was adjusting the plate at the same time, and then it was able to go in. So now I got to do is put the bolts in it. We'll start with this bottom one down here first, right up in there, right there. We'll put that one in first. All right, once you get that bolt in there, you just kind of reach in there with your hand and screw it in, lift this up out of the way here. Then you can go ahead and get your ratchet on it, and don't tighten it up, just tighten it up most of the way, because you still have to get the bolt in the top, way up there. And if this one's tight and the hole on top is misaligned, then it'll be real difficult to get in. So make sure you get both bolts in before you tighten both of them up. Guys, when I went to go put my new starter in, I noticed that the aftermarket decided to use a 12mm nut instead of a 13mm nut, which is the original. I like the original. It's self-locking. It's got dimples in it, you know, for or detents in it for self-locking. And the other one is just got this kind of funky pressed in washer, lock washer. I really don't like it. I think it's prone to corrosion, where the original one has got some nice zinc coating on it. So the aftermarket one it's definitely going bye-bye, and I'm going to stick with the original. So while we're down here, I haven't put the upper bolts in because I really like to finish down here before I go back upstairs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on. That's this little bracket here. If you manage to get this off, this plastic piece, I've had mine off before. I don't see a need to take it off, but you can take it off if you want, and then you can clean these connections up in here if they're dirty. I did it the last time I was in here, and these connections do separate if you take this plastic off. They interlock with just kind of a little tab that fits in the other one, and it clamps down like that. So just be careful with it when you go to put it on or take it off. It just snaps on, so be careful. I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on right here while I can, and then I'll put my nut on there. I've already went in and removed my plastic red lock since it was broken. I just grabbed a pair of needle nose and shoved it in there back and forth, and then got on the outside, pulled a little bit, and then pushed it in, and then it came out. So now I'm just gonna go put this in so it's out of the way. All right, let's get this one on first. All right, here we go. I decided to let you guys see this. I'm gonna put my socket in here and push this up and grab this and screw it down. Put all these in here and I just snug them like that. All right, I put this connector on here, and even when it was locked, occasionally it would pop off if I bumped it. And I inspected the inside. The inside here has like a little spring area around the pin, which is actually pushing on this. So don't really like that. So in order to make sure that it stays on there, I dropped in a zip tie. I ran it around the post, as you can see. And then there's a little area where that little red clip is supposed to be, and I ran the zip tie through there, and it's not coming off now. All right, now we're back on top, and I got my bolt. I'm gonna run it down through here, stick my hand down through here, and it goes right underneath this bolt right here. It goes down here, and there's a hole in there. There you go. And you might have to rotate your hand over and get it in there and start it in. And boy, it does not want to go in. There it goes. Okay, that's why you leave that lower bolt loose, so that when you're putting it in, it will line up and you'll be able to get it in there. Otherwise, I'd have to go down there and loosen it. All right, it seems to be pretty tight. Let me get a ratchet on it and snug it up. All right, I'm gonna use my same extension setup that I had before and get it on there. Okay, I got it in there. Now I'm finishing up, snugging it up as tight as you can get it. Okay, that should work. Uh-oh, dropped my extension. There we go. Okay, now we can put those ground straps on right down here. Just reach up in here and stick them on. I don't think they go in any particular order, whichever order you want them in. I think I'll stick the little one on first, and then the big one on. Now all I gotta do is grab my nut, and I keep it up here on my shock tower, or strut tower, or whatever you want to call it. And then I'll snug that up with my 13mm. Alright, stuff this back down in here and get it on there and snug it up. And this is your engine to body and starter ground cables. There's two of them, so make sure you get them on there good and snug, but don't strip that stud out. I think that'll work right there. All right, all we have to do now is tighten the one up on the bottom. All right, we're gonna come back around over to here, and we're gonna tighten that bolt up right up there. You'll need your short 15mm socket and your ratchet. There she goes. She's pretty much tightened up. Don't over tighten it, because that starter right there, it's just aluminum, so be careful. Okay, and when I put my transmission in, I was missing this little dust shield, so I'm gonna have to clean that off and put some foam up there. Somebody said the dealer has one, so I may make a trip to the dealer and buy that little piece, but that's for another day. So now just do an inspection, make sure you got everything good and tight, starter doesn't wiggle or nothing, and looks good. So all we have to do now is take the car down off the jack stands and connect the battery and fire it up. All right, let's get the battery connected back up and get her tightened down here. Okay, there she goes. Alright, I think the only thing we have left now is to try it out. Alright, here we are, moment of truth. Yep, started right up. Cool. Successful job. Alright guys. Oh, sorry about the beeping there. I hope the video helped you guys. If it did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more of these from me, because I put them up occasionally. Again, thanks for watching. As always, working on cars can be dangerous. You do it at your own risk. So as they say on YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. So if you decide to follow this procedure, you do it at your own risk. Y'all have a good one. God bless you. Keith Nunny out. Bye.